Okay, ladies, let's talk about all of the things. So I just had a wonderful conversation with my coach, and we discussed so many things. We did like a Q&A, and there were so many things that came up that, that we got clarity on, and I just wanted to share it with you. So number one is, let's say you are a South African, but your ideal audience or your ideal clients are US, UK, and those kind of clients. What do you do? What do you do when your audience, the people that keep showing up, is South African, and you want to change your audience to a US or a UK audience? Or let's say you have spent time building, and hi Marianne, how are you? Spent time building an audience that is one kind of person, but now you're changing your niche, and you're looking to work with another kind of client. Let's say you were in mindset, but now you do health and wellness, and you really want to change that up, but now you've built this this audience in let's say mindset coaching, and you're moving to health and wellness, but now you've got the wrong kind of leads in your audience. So what do we do? How do we switch that up? Or you have not really been building your audience. You've not really been thinking about, quality leads on Facebook. You've just had friends and family and whoever who sent you a friend request on your Facebook. And you're wondering, why aren't people responding to my coaching messaging and things like that? Maybe you've got the wrong audience in front of you. So what do we do? What do we do when we realize that the people that I've been gathering, or the people, I've started a group and now these people are looking for this kind of thing, but what I actually want to talk about is that kind of thing. So what do I do now? So the best thing is to start cleaning up our audience. And how do we do that? Is simply by starting to add in the new people that you want. Let's say set a goal for yourself where you say, okay, I'm going to think about adding 20 new people into my audience that are looking for confidence coaching. And I am going to remove 20 people from my audience who is definitely not a potential client or somebody that I think that I'm going to be working with. Just filtering out every day, saying, okay, 20 new, out with 20 old, so that the Facebook algorithm can start picking up what you're looking for, because it will start suggesting friends to you, and it will keep suggesting the friends that you have as an average on your Facebook. And if you have on an average people that are not your tribe, people that are not your ideal client, then obviously it's going to suggest the wrong people to you, and you're going to send friend requests and you're going to send connection requests to people who are not really a fit for what you're trying to do. And also, if you're writing on your Facebook or your profile and in your groups and stuff, nobody is actually commenting, nobody is reacting, ask yourself, are they even the right kind of people? Are you preaching to the wrong crowd? Because they're not going to react if that's not a problem that they want to solve. So ask yourself that. And then, look at the groups that you are in as well, because you could be in the wrong groups. So if you are looking to sell health and wellness, don't be in so many relationship groups. If you are looking to, expand your audience to men and women, don't just be in women groups, because Facebook is looking at the average things you do and suggesting friends and people to you, and kind of advertising organically your profile and your groups to people who it thinks you would want them to, who would want to see it. And if your audience is wrong to begin with, then Facebook is going to suggest you some crappy leads. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. Then in terms of a low ticket offering, so we are talking about a value ladder where you have a high ticket offer, you've got a core offer or a medium value offer, and then you've got a low ticket offer. Thinking about what is something that you could create for your audience that is an easy yes, that gives an easy monthly payment that they would not have to go and think about and ask their spouse about and go and, have to, fast and pray and redo their budget to join you. What is something that's easy, an easy yes, and easy monthly payments that your audience will be able to afford, that would actually raise their level of certainty to work with you on a higher level? So let's say you give a monthly membership where you charge $44, and people can come in and you do a monthly masterclass, and there's a little course that's automated that they can go and access. And it could be as easy as having a paid Facebook group membership where the learning modules is in a guide section, and you go live once a month with a Q&A, and you drop some nuggets here and there, and having maybe a WhatsApp group where you do voice notes, for instance, on a weekly basis and answer some questions. So go and think about, what can I create for my audience that is an easy yes. Then thinking about when you do lives like I do now, traditionally people do like challenges where they do 5 days, 10 days, 30-day challenges, and then they make an offer at the end. But think about the moment that you give value, that's where you kind of earn the right to give a little, to make a little bit of an offer. So if you go live for 45 minutes, you could for 5 minutes quickly talk about an offer. Think about when you go live, could you make a little offer? But even before you do that, make sure that the audience that you have are nurtured. We don't want to start making offers to people we haven't even given value to, because people only buy from people who they know, like, and trust. So ask yourself, what value have I given my audience? How have I served them really, really well? And I just want to get rid of this glare in my eye. How can you serve them really, really well that when you do make an offer, that it doesn't feel sleazy? It feels like it's just the next step. So people work with you for free. They get a transformation with you for free. And if they want, to have a deeper transformation or more of your time, then they pay you for it. I mean, it's not rocket science, and it's easy to do. Just having your lives, let's say a 90-minute live, and then for 15 minutes talk about what is the next step that your audience can take. Which ways can they work with you? How can they contact you? What can they do? And again, it just helps us, when we nurture our audience, look at what kind of people are in my audience. Let's say you work with women in ministry. What kind of segments are in your audience? Or do you have women in ministry who are pastors? Do you have women in ministry who are actually just serving in the church capacity? Do you have someone who does community work? And maybe you have different kind of things that you could offer different segments of your audience. So when you nurture your audience, make sure you get to know them. Make sure you get to know what their their problems are, their frustrations are, and in your CRM or in your Excel spreadsheet where you keep tabs on who is your audience and who you're working with and who's this list of leads that you're working with. Just take note of certain things. If they've got a certain problem, if they've got certain goals, then tag them and create a little bit of a segmentation in your audience so that you can make specific offerings to a segment of your audience that would be relevant for them. No use making a low ticket offer to a segment of your audience that is high ticket, that can afford to make the payment, that can afford to work with you, but you are making this low ticket offer. And also the same thing, hi Hannah, then making a high ticket offer to your low ticket segment of your audience. It's not in alignment. It's not a fit. So go and look at what is the segments of my audience and what can I offer them? What would be valuable for them? So, and by the way, while I'm jabbering away, you can drop comments or questions in the comments below. I'm happy to answer that. So every day, put out a piece of content that you're proud about, that you can say that this piece of content is who I am as a person. It is my opinion, or it's my belief system, or it's what I strongly believe in, and stand 100% behind that, so that when you put that piece of content out, people can say, yo, this was worth it. This really helped me 1 step forward, 2 steps forward. Because that's what makes people trust you. If you keep putting reciprocity in your groups and in your audience, and they get the little wins and the little mini transformations, then they come back for more. They come back for more, and then at a stage, they are ready to work with you. They are ready to make a commitment where they say, you know what, I want to get into a 3-month container. I want to get into a 12-month container with you because I see the value of your work. I see the value of the transformation that you provide. So we have to put out content that nurtures our audience, that gives them some value. Okay. So doing a live with a really juicy piece of content, and it shouldn't be just fluff. It shouldn't be something that you just looked for on ChatGPT and you know nothing about it anyway. It should be something that's really valuable, something that they can really implement in their business, in their whichever niche you're in. And it could really help them forward. If you, let's say you're in the beauty industry and you are talking about aesthetics and you're talking about Botox and how Botox works for women and when should you start it and all of those kind of things, answer some questions in the beauty industry for your beauty industry clients, for instance, then they start trusting you. They start listening to your advice. They start implementing in their lives what you tell them to do. And when they see results, they come back for more. They come back for more, and then they start seeing, listen, that this person really knows what she's talking about. I'm going to start following her. I'm going to start doing what she says. And then before they know it, they are ready to work with you on a longer basis because they trust you to help them get the transformation. So, so doing a really juicy live where you really solve an issue, and then you can make a tiny offer, and it doesn't have to be this big offer presentation. You can just say, PS, there are so many spots open in this container that I have, or on this opportunity where I would help you do this or this or this, and if you are looking to find out more, you can leave a comment below, or you can DM me. Hi Lydia. So it's as easy as that, and we don't have to do a full 5-day launch. We don't have to do a 30-day challenge or whatever. We can just do that in a live when we start out. That's like easy to do. It's not that hard. All right. If you're here and you think, yeah, Jana, you say it's easy to do, but I can't do a live. You know what? There was a point in my life where I also couldn't do a live, where it was hard for me. So I used to put the camera, I used to put the live on and then just share to only me. So I shared to my profile and I set the privacy to only me. And I practiced like that until I felt, okay, now I can actually switch it on to friends. And then I practiced on my friends. And then later I said, okay, now I can go public, because I remember my very first live, I practiced for like, I think maybe 3 hours. Hi, Talita. I practiced for like 3 hours to do my first live, and then I was so nervous because I was thinking the whole world can see this. So many people are on Facebook. There's 2 billion people on Facebook every day. Did you know that? You know all these voices in your head, but at the end of the day, nobody cares. So little people show up anyway. In the beginning, so don't worry about it. Just get started. So get started, and then you start getting comfortable. Start talking about whatever, or read a book, and then just get yourself into that. All right. So let's say you've decided on a price for your offer, but you're not really sure. Goodness, can I charge this? And it feels like, whoo, this is like a step up. It's like, I know I should charge this, but it feels like, it still blows my mind. Then something that's good to do is to say that offer out loud. Hey, this is 3K. Hey, this is 12K. Yes, this is how much it costs. Say it out loud. Say it, to your kids, to your husbands, to your mother when she comes to visit. Practice how it feels to say it. And before you know it, you can blurt it out even before you think about it. So remove the emotion out of your pricing, because what it means for you to spend that kind of money and what it means for your client to spend that kind of money is totally relative to them. I mean, if I value something, then I will pay for it. So they only pay what they value it for. Okay, so if you set a price for it and they say, okay, I value the transformation for that much, that is what it's worth for me to really get that transformation, they will pay you no problem. But if they say, okay, no, it's not worth that value, you know, that's not, it's like the price is too high, then they don't value your transformation as high. And they shouldn't be your client, because they're not going to show up 100%. They're not going to be there doing the things they need to be doing, because they don't value that transformation that much. As easy as that. So remove the emotion out of the way we price our things. And then just really practice it and say, you know, write it on all of your mirrors. I'm worth that much. That is how much I charge. This is how much people get to pay to work with me. That is what my hours are worth for me. You know, we get so hung up on prices and on money that we forget that our time, we can never get our time back. If I spent this hour with you on this live, I'm never getting it back. It's over for this hour. If I spend 12 weeks with you in a coaching container, I don't get that time back. Every minute that I plow into you, preparing for that, creating the material, showing up live, doing the work, replying on your homework, or giving you support in that coaching container, that is time I will never get back. So your time should be valuable to you. It should be more valuable than money. Your time is more valuable than money. And if you're on the receiving end, if you're the one paying for offers, if you're looking for coaching, if you're looking for someone that's a few steps ahead of you and you want to learn more, you want to, do all the things, just think of how much time it will save you. So let's say someone decides they want to work with me. Okay, I've spent 8 years to know what I know. Okay, I'm going to save you 8 years. And for that, you pay me for my time of plowing into 8 years of my life to know what I know, and you pay that amount to save you 8 years. So maybe it takes you 1.5 years for me to teach you everything I learned to do in 8 years. But you saved 6.5 years of your life, and that is actually priceless. So think about it like that. All right. When you create, and I know I'm going all over the show, but that's why I called the live is about attraction, nurturing, sales, and client fulfillment, because I've got so many ideas, and it's all over the place. So this is a lucky packet. So take what you need, and let me know in the comments if something makes sense, and if you've got any questions, then just let me know. If you're watching this on replay, just a #replay. So if you've got a program, let's say you've developed an online program, make sure that your program doesn't have everything that you've ever learned in it, because I think that's a mistake all of our coaches make when we start doing something. If I just give them everything I've ever learned, then that would be super valuable. But people pay for a transformation. They pay for a certain thing that they want solved. They don't want to know everything about everything of your life. Okay, whatever you've learned in your life, they just want that transformation as quick and as easy and as uncluttered as possible. So think about your offer, think about the things that you're teaching people, and ask yourself, what can I remove? Because we often just ask ourselves, what can I add? What can I add? What can I add? But ask yourself, what can I remove? Take the fluff away. If your program can do without something, stop distracting your clients. And I think that's a mistake I've made in the beginning as well, because I have ADHD. So I'm like, and you can use this, and you can use this, and I'll add this course, and I'll add this. And it's, I think it's the infomercials that we've seen as children that kind of conditions this in us, and I'll add this. But wait, there's more. And at the end of the day, our higher end buyers, our higher ticket buyers want less. They don't want everything stuffed into the program, because they want the specific transformation that they pay you for. They don't want the fluff. They want to get from point A to point Z, quick, easy, fast, no mess, no fuss. Okay, so make it easy. Then if you follow a lot of the industry leaders and coaches and, you know, all of the big ones, then you would see that they have all been putting out a high level downloadable freebie. So this high level downloadable freebie could be anything. It could be an ebook. It could be a downloadable course. It could be whatever, but it should be downloadable. Something that someone can get from you that's going to take them a few hours to work through. So let's think about an ebook. This is not your regular little 15-page ebook that you just printed from ChatGPT and it's got a few keywords and, you know, a few nice pictures and Bob's your uncle. You've got that. When I talk about this high-level freebie, it means that this could be your method, your actual method that you condensed into an ebook and sell it. And it's high level, and people would usually, when they get that freebie, they would print it out because it's so valuable. They would print it out, they would put it in a file, and they would work through it and study it and implement it in their business. Because what happens then? You create a little Trojan horse, because now this manual is lying on somebody's desk and they're going through it every day and they're working with it every day. Who are they thinking of when they're solving their problems? They're thinking of you, because you're significantly helping them transform without asking them for money. So it is a freebie. Yes, you're getting their email address. Yes, there would probably be a nurture sequence or a welcome email sequence attached to that whole thing. But you are creating this freebie that's super valuable, and they think by the end of this, let's say they spend 3 months really consuming this and implementing it in their business, you've significantly helped them. So when they make an offer, when they come on live and they make an offer, and it's maybe a core offer that's not that, it's not a 12-month program, but it's something significant, you jump on it because you know, okay, this person knows what they're doing. They provide massive value even in their free stuff. So it only makes sense that the paid stuff will be super valuable. So think about what is something that you could offer as a high-level freebie for your clients. All right. Then look at your audience when you're looking at sales and you're looking at who will be my clients this month. Look at who are my low-hanging fruit, who is easy, who is someone that I've already developed a relationship with, who is someone that I've already deposited some reciprocity into, that I could get into, let's say, that free, easy offer, or into my core offer, or can I offer them that high-level freebie and start there on a nurture sequence on my emails, because those low-hanging fruits are the easiest people to sell. So go back into your chats and into your emails 6 months back, see who are the people that was responding and stuff. And go and resell to them and renew with them, and ask yourself, is there anything else or a next step that I could offer them? So go and look at your low-hanging fruit. Then let's talk about offboarding. Let's say you've got a client and they're not really showing up. So in my program, I have a guarantee where you pay a certain amount of money, and then if you don't reach the result that I promise, which is a monetary result, then you get to stay in until you reach that result. But let's say you have a client who signed up for your program. She's signed like an onboarding agreement with you, but she's not really doing the work. She's expecting to stay in the coaching program, let's say with my guarantee now, where they're in the program, but they're not really showing up, they're not doing the work, but they expect to stay in the program because the guarantee says, okay, you get to stay. But the guarantee has a condition to it that says, if you're showing up and doing the work. So what do I do now? How do I handle that? And an easy way to do that is just to have a conversation. Relationships are built on conversation. So have a conversation with that client. Say to her, okay, thank you for being in this coaching container. I know that we've got a guarantee. This call could go either way. There's 2 ways this call can go. At the end of the day, I can't give you a transformation if you don't show up. If I bring my 50% and you bring 0, how can I get you the transformation? I won't be able to drag you over the finish line. And that's what I say to my clients all the time, is you need to show up for your own transformation. I can't be your hero, your rescuer. I'm just the guide. You need to be the hero. You need to be the person showing up for yourself, doing the work. I also have my part that I play. I'm showing up 50%, you're showing up 50%. But are you showing up on the coaching calls on video? Because I'm showing up on video. Are you showing up to your coaching calls prepared? Do you have questions? Are you doing the work? Are you doing the homework so that you know what you're talking about when you're asking me questions? Because I'm preparing for the calls beforehand. Are you coming distraction free? Because I'm sitting there on the call distraction free. Doesn't help for you to be on a Zoom call with a coach and you're all over the place and you're not concentrating, you're not prepared, you're just all over the place. So it's a 50-50 thing. If I do my 50%, you do your 50%, and we get 100% of your transformation. But if you just stay in the coaching container, expecting to stay because of the guarantee, but you're not bringing your part, what then? So easiest thing to do with your client is get on a call with them, tell them that I can't do this without you. I can't save you without you swimming towards the rescue helicopter. Okay, I can't. You need to participate in your own rescue. Okay, and then ask them. You could either recommit, and we will, let's say you put them on a 30-day watch list, say recommit, and I'll keep an eye on you for 30 days and see, okay, if you're really committed. Or this could be an exit interview where we talk about what worked, what didn't work, how could we as a coaching business do things better next time. And then that is an exit interview. And it's, because it doesn't help your client and it doesn't help you for a client to be in a coaching container where she isn't showing up or he isn't showing up and you can't provide a transformation because they're not doing the work. Okay. So, at the end of the day, we can get very emotional about decisions like this, and even with pricing. Or when you feel like you need to give something away for free because you feel sorry for someone or you feel like you want to help people. But at the end of the day, if we run our business like it is a therapy office or whatever, and it's not a business, and we run it on emotions, do you think we will really have a business? Do you think we will be able to be that Proverbs 31 woman who says, her hand is not too short to help people in need? If you aren't taking care of your business, you will not be able to help people in need. And that's what I always say. If you have a heart for people, if you have a heart for contribution, make sure that you sell high ticket and stuff like that so that you have money to contribute, so that you have money for charity, so that you have money to sponsor people. But don't start out sponsoring people and then your life is in shambles because you keep sponsoring people throughout everything and people expect everything for free from you. That doesn't work that way. That's not the way the Proverbs 31 woman works. Her children and her husband is clothed in beautiful clothes. She's buying property. She's trading. She's doing amazing stuff and work. She's not poverty mindset, kry myself jammer Susan at home, feeling sorry for herself and her people. She is showing up in dignity. She's clothed in strength and dignity. So show up in dignity, charge what you're worth, so that you can make a contribution, so that your hand will not be too short when it comes to charity and things like that. So run your business, take the emotion out of it, because it's a business after all. Our business should be non-emotional. I love something that my coach said about transformation. There cannot be a transformation if there's not self-love and boundaries. And I think it's really the truth. Okay. So in your business, have some processes, have some standard operating procedures, even like this that we're talking about tonight. Start putting documents in place that says that if your teenage daughter had to come in and do your work, if you're sick or whatever, that they would know exactly what to do. First, you open this document, then you go to this link, then you do this, then you put this in place, then you copy this picture, so that when someone needs to do your work, or when you want to hire someone as a VA to assist you, that all the procedures are done. And something else that it does is it removes your mental cloudiness, your mental space. Because if you have to keep deciding on the same old processes, the same systems over and over and over again, guess what happens? Is you use up all your mental energy to keep making the same decisions over and over and over again. So you don't have anything left for making strategic decisions. So when you make decisions in your business, put it into a document, put it in a standard operating procedure, have a file for that, so that you're never making that decision again. If you want to know how you're onboarding your clients, how you're offboarding your clients, what is the procedure for dealing with a client that's not showing up? What is the procedure for dealing with a team member that's not doing their work? Have an SOP for that, so that you know exactly what you need to do. Okay, and even, have a little script in there if you have to. Let's say you're talking about offboarding your client. Have a little script written in that SOP, so you know exactly what needs to happen. So that next time when you get to this situation, you just take that piece of paper and you do the thing. Unemotional. It removes the emotion. It removes the mental cloudiness of having to think and overthink. If you're like me, I'm an overthinker. I will analyze the situation until death. Okay, so stop analyzing, make a decision, put it on paper, and that's it. That is it. Okay, so so we have responsibilities and our clients have responsibilities, and we can't do this. We can't participate. They have to participate in their own rescue. So I'm almost done with all my notes. So let's say you do an exit interview with a client, you want to know certain things from them. You want to know, how was the program for them? Is there anything they would change if they could? How do they feel about it? And then there's something else you can ask them. Are they looking to work with you some more? Are they interested in something else? Either a renewal, where they say, okay, I loved working in this container so much with you. I want to stay here because I'm learning so much. And the way I present my programs is it's on a rolling process. So even my 12-month program, my 12-month and my 12-week program is I keep presenting it live. So when I'm done with the last module, then I just start again with module 1, and we just keep rolling and keep rolling. So you can join at any time. And you can watch the replays on the ones that you're at, or you can join in where we're at right now. It just depends on where you're at with your business and what your needs are right now. But basically, if let's say they're done now with the 12-month or the 12-week container, you could always sell them a renewal. Say, would you want to work with me for another year or for another 90 days, and renew them into the same program? You could graduate them into the bigger program. So my programs are works like you do the 12-week, and then you can, if you decide to graduate into the 12-month program, because it solves the next step for you. So think about how you can present your offers that way, so that you have a low ticket, easy yes offer, you have a core offer, and then you have like a 5-star offer. That is a full year program, because at the end of the day, having a full year program helps you with your recurring revenue. You don't want to every month wake up at zero. You want to know that there's a client that's paying you for the whole year. You can make plans for the future. It's not like every month I need to scramble for this client and this client and this client. They pay you, let's say, for the year or on a monthly basis with monthly payments. And for that year, this is my income. This is what I'm able to afford. And it just makes it easier for you as a business owner to make decisions, to do your planning and stuff when you've got, monthly recurring revenue. So, all right. So, you can even downsell them. So let's say, They are in your core offer and they are done with it and they love it. They can't really afford to do the next thing. You can downsell them into your easy offer like a membership and say, okay, you've done the work, but you would still like some mindset work or to be able to ask questions along the way, because you know the work now, you know what you need to do. But when you get stuck, you need that support and stuff, and then you downsell back into the membership where you can just, do that and ask some questions and stuff. So that makes sense, from a business perspective. There's also, you could do like Voxer or WhatsApp or Telegram private coaching voice notes where you sell that. You could sell a VIP offer, which is a full day. So I do that. I have a VIP offer where you can work with me for a full day. And then I give 30 days of support afterwards where you can send me a voice note and we can talk about whatever was relevant for that specific day and you're busy implementing it for the next month in your business. So that could work for someone that is a busy executive that they don't have 12 months, they don't have 90 days to invest into a program. So you take them through an 8-hour program, which is an immersive event where you spend, let's say, where you do like 4 modules with them in one day. So it's an immersive environment. They understand it much better because they get a big picture thinking for this whole concept, and you just iron out all the issues and the questions in the 30 days after the VIP. So think about, can I offer a VIP day and even a half, a 4-hour VIP day if you've got that flexibility in your routine. So think about that. So your audience also always needs to know that there's different steps, there's different levels of working with you, because you don't want people in your, let's say, your 12-week program, and then they don't know that there's a next program that they could join, and now they're joining some other coach because they want more support or they want to, and they never knew that you had some more things going. So always just be sure that your audience knows, hey, there's always the next step, or there's a downsell. There are different kinds of offers that I have. So make sure that that your clients know the bigger roadmap. And like I said, I don't know when I made the last live. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Anyway, about entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship is where you have a $1 million revenue a year, where you work as a one-person business and you work no harder than 4 hours a day. So that is what I'm working towards. That is my 3-year goal, is to have $1 million business where I work no more than 4 hours a day, and it's a one-person business. So what does that look like? What does it look like in terms of automation, in terms of systems, in terms of, should I hire a VA, or what should I do? And this best to keep in mind when you're also looking towards, to going towards that goal, is to keep everything simple, to keep everything lean, and to have super good boundaries in everything you do, and processes and systems. Automate, delegate, all of those things as much as you can. All right, so that is it for me for tonight. That was like a lucky packet. I hope it was valuable for you. Tell me in the comments below, what was the most valuable for you of this live? And then I have 1 spot left in my discounted offer for the Attraction Amplified plus AI 12-week course. So this course sells at $3,000. It's currently at a 90% discount. So because it's the very first time that I am rolling it out. So I only have 1 spot left. 2 spots have already been taken. So if you want to be in the Attraction Amplified plus AI course and you want to learn more about it, you need to drop me interested below or send me a DM and we'll talk about it. All right, ladies, I am going to love and leave you. Bye-bye.